Good morning and welcome back to Joe's Allotment channel, and thank you for diving behind the camera as usual. Just got down to the allotment and it's absolutely hammering down outside, so I haven't got to do any watering today. That's a positive thing, but it gives me a chance to clear out some of this rocket in the greenhouse, taking off the good leaves, and we'll put the rest in the compost. I broadcast this in here in November and we've got a lovely crop out of it, so I can start taking out take off the good leaves. What I'm going to do is do some jobs for the first week of April. I'm going to bark mulch the currant bushes and bulk mulch the globe artichokes today. I've got the onions to plant out as well. The onions I grew from seed, so we'll do that a little bit later. And I've got some seeds to plant at home later in modules. So that's the jobs for today. I can get out there as soon as this rain stops, hopefully. That was a bit of a downpour. Wow. Cleared out a bit of the rocket anyway, so I'll put this on the compost heap. That'll rot down quite quickly. So we've got enough rocket for a good few days now. And we'll clear out the rest of it in a few days' time. Still quite a lot in there actually. So we'll clear the rest of it out in a few days' time. That's it. So I've got some purple spring onion and imposter onions grown from seed. I sowed these all on the 1st of February, so they're ready to go out. So what I'll do is I'll hoe this bed a little bit first, because we do a no dig system. There's not too many weeds on the bed actually. We composted it during the winter and we'll get these planted out. Right. Give it a quick tidy up through the top weeds. I'm just going to take the spring onions straight out the modules, keep them in their little groups, plant them about 4 inches apart, should be okay. Nice little root system on those. Nice little bunches of spring onions. I've been reading about onions grown from seed. Some people say trim them and some people say don't trim them. What I'm going to do, I'm going to trim these ones and leave those untrimmed, and I'll see at the end of the growing season which ones produce bigger bulbs. So little experiment, we'll see how they go. One row of spring onions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a bit rows of Ampedosa onions. We'll see how they go. Be interesting to see how the ones that have been trimmed compare to the ones that haven't been trimmed. What I'll do is I'll take just the bottom leaves, tidy these up a little bit, the globe artichokes. Just take the bottom leaves off, it stops them rotting on the ground and attracts snails as well, and slugs. So we'll just go around, trim them all up a little bit. I can put a bit more energy into producing artichokes then. That's the artichokes cleared up, globe artichokes. Chuck all that onto the compost bin as well. Let them rot down. So what I'll do next, I'll go and get some bark. Get a bark delivery outside the allotment plot, so I'll go and get some bark and I'll mulch all the artichokes with some bark underneath. just to keep the weeds out and the slugs and snails away. We're quite lucky to get a delivery of chipped bark here. It's quite useful. So we use these 7 bags we've got today for mulching the clove artichokes and mulching the currant bushes. Very useful. Got a bit of a layer under each of the Logan berries. And we also use it for our paths, which we top up quite regularly when we get a delivery. And I'll mulch the gooseberries and the black currants as well. Those mulch. I've got half a bag left, so I'll put that on top of the compost bin. That'll help rot the green stuff down. You need carbon in your compost bin to help rot things down. So week 1 April, just got 3 lots of seeds to sow this afternoon. I've got some French breakfast radish for the next batch. I'm planting some celery, which is a Hadrian F1 variety, and some more carrots, early nonce 2s. So I've actually got the first batch of radishes. They're ready for eating now. I'll eat some of those tomorrow. And that's the first batch of carrots, and they're progressing quite well. So what I'll do is I'll do the radishes first. I'll try and get 4 seeds in each little module, and that'll give me, oh, what's 3 4s?
12.
4,
8,
12, 4, 3, 36. 36 radishes. That should be a nice little batch. I'll try and get just a few in each one, and then I'll put the whole module into the ground when they've germinated. Spread them out a bit. That will do. Just cover those over. I'll chuck them in. That's it. Just give those a firm down. So these should germinate in sort of 4 to 7 days. And they should be ready in 4 or 5 weeks really. So once they've germinated, I'll take them out of the modules in whole and put them straight into the soil. A bit more there. Make sure I label it so I don't forget what they are. So that's those done. So I'm going to do the carrots next. Sprinkle them lightly over the surface. And what I'll do is I'll prick them out and use the small ones for salad, and we'll let some of them grow on and hopefully get a crop to follow the other crop over there. So these are quite a long rooted variety, the early nonce 2. Give them light covering and they should germinate in 15 to 16 days. That's it. Yeah. Right, make sure I put labels in there. So I'll leave these in the greenhouse to get germinated. Once they're germinated, I think I'll chuck them outside tiny little celery seeds, and they take 14 to 21 days to germinate. They need to germinate around 15 degrees Celsius. So what I'll do is I'll take these indoors and put them into the propagator. Probably don't need that many, and these will be available from August onwards probably. And this variety has got a very tall stem and is supposed to be disease resistant, so hopefully they'll give us a good crop. So cover them, because they have such tiny seeds, just need a very light covering, hardly any at all really, very light covering. Give those a firm down and they can go into the propagator. That's it, and I'll prick them out once they're ready to come out the propagator.